Hey y'all, so this reaction is gonna be a lot lower effort than I would probably normally put in, but cut a girl some slack, okay? Let's see if this is bad news or if she's just doing things exactly like we thought she would.
Hey guys,
Welcome to a new
I
video.
know that I have not been uploading much. I have not been vlogging, nothing like that. I just mental moments, okay? Working on myself moments, and YouTube has always been a priority for me.
I didn't watch her last couple of videos. Sorry y'all, I was doing my own thing.
Have come on YouTube even when I literally just felt like I
couldn't even crawl out of bed to breathe. I couldn't even crawl out of bed to brush my teeth, and I would still be on YouTube and I would just look miserable. You guys have seen me look pretty miserable. It's those times where I didn't choose myself, and I finally said, you know what, I am choosing myself, and I'm not going to be on camera when I literally don't even know how to function as an adult. I hit a little low. I got some...
What's the bad news?
Has been
Tell
some things
Tell us.
Kind of surfacing in my brain.
And things that I have to like absorb and process myself. And then I got some bad news with my last dietitian visit. And this is a video, just like updates and such. My weight loss surgery updates. And it's
super windy. So if you hear the wind...
Why do we care that it's windy? I don't care at all. Literally not at all.
In front of me right now. So first things first, I want to share with you guys these new vitamins that I started taking, because at the weight loss clinic that I went to, they give you like this huge big pamphlet, like it's like this thick, and there's like 80 plus pages, and it's just tons of information, and they recommend certain vitamins, and I don't have them with me physically. They're in the office because that's where I take them every single day, but I will just post
a picture here on the screen.
Okay, so yeah, those live ones are okay. Pre-surgery, then you gotta switch over to a meltable one, like berry melts. That's what I'm taking right now. There's a bunch of options.
I just want to let you guys know that I have been taking
but
those for
I don't know why
bit,
she's talking about the vitamins so much. Like, everybody would take vitamins.
I do have weird medicine anxiety,
quirky girl.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense. I was fine with taking Delta 8, but then I get like scared to take vitamins. It's weird, I know. So I was holding on to these vitamins for a little bit, folks. I got them off of Amazon, and I was holding on to them. I was nervous to take them because like there's been things where you can like overdose on vitamins.
Is she seriously gonna overdose on vitamins? Is that what she's worried about?
I just get really scared with medicine really easily. It's very much trauma based.
Is this how this whole video is, y'all? Because this is already more than I can handle in my current state.
It is charging. I have gotten questions though about like, how are you getting your steps in? Because I tell you guys that just naturally,
I'm definitely getting more steps in than her, and I only get up and walk around for 5 minutes every hour.
I leave the house, take Twinkie out, whatever. I get about 3,000 steps a day, but I like to push it to 4,000. I like to start off slow with my goals. I don't want to just be like, yeah, let's do 10,000. Not gonna happen. So I get about 4,000 steps because I try. And people are like, how do you do that? What do you do? Like, I don't know if that's coming from like a good place or a bad place, but I kind of just want to explain to you. So right here, I have an island in my kitchen. I like to walk around my island a lot.
She gets 4,000 steps a day walking around her island.
I noticed that around this time, there are so many shows that I watch. 1,000 Pound Best Friends, which one of my friends is actually on that show.
She watches so much TV.
I like to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters.
So much TV. I mean, I don't hate you if you watch a lot of TV. Like, everyone's got their own thing. I just can't imagine. How do you not just like...
Whatever it may be. Whatever I am watching, sometimes I will stand up and I will just walk in place. And I notice for me, walking in place not only makes my heart beat faster, but I feel it more. I feel it in my muscles more, etc., etc. Another thing that I like to do is I like to walk from one end of the apartment to the other, and I'll just do that. And I actually
I'm going to track my steps tomorrow. So my day 6 or whatever of like how many steps I get on my 5 minutes every hour. And let's see how it compares to Amber's 4,000 walking around the freaking island.
Like just cleaning around the apartment, that's an easy 1,500 steps a day. Because I do like to clean and things like that. You know, like going somewhere, make sure to park farther away from the entrance. That's like a really easy one to get your steps in. So I have an update on my ADHD.
As you guys know, I feel like I have it. I am almost positive I have it. My psychiatrist
Didn't she think she had ADHD like 2 years ago? She didn't get seen for it then. I thought she said she got diagnosed with it
evaluated on the phone to even see if I should go to the further steps of being assessed, which are two completely different things. And I officially had the phone call to be evaluated, and they said, yes, it does sound like you have it. So I'm on the schedule to be assessed, but it goes all the way up until like 5 months from now. I guess a lot
That's not
of
how it
people
was for me,
think they have
but
ADHD.
I do have a
know it's very
nutritionist now
common,
after to make
but
sure
I'm
that
not
I'm
seen
following
to
what I
even be
need to
assessed for, like,
follow
another 5
and
months.
to answer any
So
questions
that
anytime
is crazy.
via
I was
text,
not
phone call,
expecting
video
that,
call,
but
whatever I
know some
want.
of you have
So
been asking about
kind of
that, so I
different.
wanted to let you guys know.
No, revolving like my weight loss and like my way of eating and weight loss surgery and stuff, there's going to be a big change that's happening, and I'm sure there's going to be a big part of you who, oh, I saw this coming. Typical Amberlynn. There's going to be another part of you guys who are like, oh, okay, I get this, I understand. But I feel like it's only going to be a tiny, tiny bit of you guys. Some of you are probably going to be shocked. Absolutely shocked. But I have
to do
it has to
what
be
is right
so
for
hard
me.
for her to be
So let
honest,
me explain first.
because her
So I
whole
do
thing is
officially have
like
a dietitian,
lying,
to get weight
forgetting
loss
what
surgery,
she
you
lies
have
about,
to
and
see a
then
dietitian, and you
lying
have to get
some more.
approved by the
The
dietitian to get
lies.
weight loss surgery. So one thing that is very important when you go to get weight loss surgery, because you are literally changing your anatomy, you are changing like your hormones, the way your body works, your stomach, like it is being taken out. I mean, obviously they leave some stomach, but a lot is happening. Changes your whole anatomy, and it's a big change, physically, mentally, all of it. So you have to be honest. You have to be honest with everything. And seeing the dietitian and seeing the psychologist, I was very, very upfront and honest. I have been diagnosed with binge eating in the past, and I was scared. I was so scared to say that, and obviously, because if you were to binge after weight loss surgery, you could get really sick. There has been people who have died because of it. It's a very scary thing. So with the psychologist,
Okay, binging wouldn't just make you really sick. You'd be in the hospital.
That
The
I was
hospital.
past that stage of my
Because
life.
you'd be burst your
And
stitches.
I was
Could even burst
diagnosed
your
with binge
stomach.
eating, about a year ago. And since then, I have seen a psychologist for a year. A lot has changed since then when it comes to like my mentality and what I consider a binge and the whole thing.
Suddenly
You
she
guys have seen that
decides
firsthand.
she doesn't binge.
I showed you guys a binge.
What?
I think it was in
Anyone else just
December, and you
confused
guys
as
were like,
hell?
that's just a normal meal. So the way that I see binging is very different than the standard.
I love how
binging.
she's Amber-splaining
And that's been
binging to
hard
us
for me to, like,
again.
wrap my head around.
I don't know,
The
y'all.
psychologist
This
said,
video is
you know,
already too
binging
much.
is
Like,
eating
I can
3
tell that
times
it's
what
leading up to
you
her
normally
not
would
getting
as a
approved.
person.
Am I right?
Not
Am
what
I
is the
right?
normal amount to eat as a person,
But I'm definitely
you,
tired of this binge
what is
narrative and like the
your
whole,
normal? And I don't
no,
do that.
I'm just a food addict.
That I don't do. I overeat, sure, but I never eat 3 times or 4 times the amount that I normally would eat. This whole being diagnosed with binge eating has been very strange, and I think it's hard and confusing because think of it this way. I am 500 pounds. I have been 572. I have been almost 600 pounds. You can't get that way unless you are eating large quantities of food. Is that just like massively overeating, or is that binging?
She
For
is still
the normal
Amber-splaining
person,
binging.
it looks like binging. Like when I watch 600 Pound Life and they show what they're eating.
Did y'all hear that part a minute ago where
I've
she said she's
never
almost been to
ate that much in
600
one
pounds?
sitting.
The
And
truth has been revealed.
they go, they see Dr. Now. A lot of them, which are my favorite stories, they're successful and they lose the weight, and in like 2 months, 3 months, they get the surgery. I've never in my life ate that much.
No, I'd love to be a
That's
fly
why
on the
I feel
wall
like the
at
show
Amber's house.
exaggerates. But
Just
if
like
you're not
one time,
exaggerating,
because I
fine. I'm
guarantee,
sorry. I don't mean
unless
to
she's
offend
written
anybody.
down
It's
every
just
single thing that
confusing,
touches her lips or had
and
her
I
spouse do
find
it,
this
whatever,
part of my journey
she's eating just as much as
unfair.
this 600-pound life
Let me
people.
explain why. I have
She just
not
is.
what
You
I
don't get to that
consider
size, and you're not eating
binged.
that much food.
I have not since somewhere in December. This whole January, February, we're fixing to be in March, I have not ate in a binging manner. I have been doing really good. I have been losing weight, and not only have I been working on that aspect, but I've been working on like my mental more, and just I've been actively choosing these coping mechanisms that my psychologist taught me.
I thought she didn't like the psychologist anymore.
And I had my dietitian appointment, and She told me, this is going to be hard to hear, but if you are trying to get weight loss surgery, this is within their program. Every program is different. If you're trying to get weight loss surgery with this program, you have to go a full year, 365 days.
365 days, no binge?
And
what?
That, it like broke me. This is the second time I've seen this dietitian. I guess from this point forward, I'm going to see the dietitian once a month. And my next appointment's already scheduled, so I've already seen her twice. She said the improvements I'm making is amazing, and she's proud, and I'm going in the right direction, etc., etc. But she said,
How come all of these doctors, when she recounts what they're saying, it's always the same. It's always, they're proud of me, they're impressed with me. Are they all like that for the last like 7 years that I've been watching this? They've all been proud of you? Really? I find it impossible. Because like just going into my dermatologist periodically, he's like, where are we on this weight loss? My dermatologist. And I'm a fraction of her size. I'm half her size.
I cannot get weight loss surgery for a year. She cannot approve me for a year. And I immediately broke down. And I have been so confused where I'm just like, do I want to share this with YouTube? Do I want to share with them the horribly emotionally just painful side to this? Do I want to put a mask on? Do I just want to seem nonchalant? Do I want to go into detail? I have just been all over the place, and that is why it has taken me a little bit of time to share this.
Are we shocked that she didn't get approved?
Tore me.
Or do we think this is just
it tore me.
Part of her normal cycle?
I don't know what it was.
Do y'all think this is part of her normal cycle, or do y'all genuinely think she's upset? Because from what I'm watching,
I couldn't control it. It was like,
this is her usual stuff.
My insides exploded, and I cried. And it just felt like another obstacle. Another thing to just get in the way, because I have been doing everything.
I mean, this probably isn't the best option, because she might end up
saying,
eating too much. But she could go where I went.
Quickly, I've been doing this for months, and I'm not even
really any of the people that are self-pay, like in Mexico or even in the States. They don't follow a lot of the same requirements as people who have to go through their insurance.
I did. Since I'm self-pay, that would have been manageable. But since I have been diagnosed with an eating disorder, it's not manageable and it's not possible. And it hurts. And it instantly put me in this like weird headspace where I was just like, this isn't fair. I instantly thought of 600-Pound Life, where these people, this isn't me saying anything bad about anybody, and I have seriously,
she's fat shaming other people her size.
This is just like what I'm going through.
And then being triggered because she has this binge eating disorder that she claims she didn't have, and didn't binge, and now has been rejected. There's just something real sus about the whole story. The whole story, everything's sus. Everything's sus.
It sucks. I think it's triggering, and it brings up like past trauma for me, where it just seems like no matter what I do, no matter what I try, there's always an obstacle and a roadblock. And last time this happened was when the psychologist said, you can't get surgery for like 2 years. And I was like, you know, and I didn't care as much then, not even remotely close to how much I care now. And I gave up. And it just, a lot of memories flooded, and just failure, you're such a failure. Just, that kept popping in my head. And knowing that no matter how much work I do now, it's not gonna matter.
The work will matter. If you're gonna wait a year to do this, you need to put in a year's worth of work. You can't just...
And it just...
I'm sorry, y'all. My hair.
Like disheartening.
You can't just... This is ridiculous.
I feel myself.
Truly, if it's going to take a year, then you need to put in a year's work.
Bad routine. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. What do I do for this year? I just feel like
don't do this. She's going to use this as an excuse to gain some weight.
And if that's because I got my hopes up, fine. Fine. But that's the only reason why I got my hopes up is because I was doing so well. I was doing so good. I was making the appointments. I was getting the test done. I was putting the work in.
Making the appointments and getting the test done is putting the work in.
I was losing weight.
That's normal shit you have to do.
I was doing the
just to have a dang doctor's appointment.
Take small sips. Stop using straws. Like, I was doing it all, and it left me feeling so proud. Like, this is just in arm's reach.
That feeling that I'm proud of myself feeling and put in work to the year point, if that's what it's actually going to take, and get the surgery. I'm so confused by her attitude right now. That's why I think all of this is kind of fake.
And really absorb, like, what do I do now? Because I think what made it so easy for me to stay on track and to eat how I was eating, because I felt like surgery was right around the corner. That's what I believed. In my heart, that's what I felt. And since it's not, like, I just feel like everything came crumbling down. And I don't know how else to explain it besides, like...
Okay, but after surgery, you don't just get to eat whatever you want. It's going to be another year of effort just to get up to normal amounts of food. Another year. So if you don't put in the effort now to get to the surgery won't do anything for you. It's like I said in my last video about the people that were around me talking about all the bad stuff they wanted to go ahead and eat. The surgery is not going to beat you or beat your high calorie intake. If you're determined to eat bad foods, post-surgery you'll eat bad foods. I mean, we watched it on 1,000 Pound Best Friends. Megan had the surgery and then gained the weight back. Not all of it. She's still doing amazing, down from 5 something down to in the 3s. But yeah, it can happen.
My mindset has changed. That's the best way to put it. I still want weight loss surgery. Absolutely. And I would love to have it in a year from now. I just feel like it's something else I failed at because I promised myself I would get it. Before the summer or even in the summer, I promised myself that. And I feel like I promised you guys that as well. That's clearly not happening. And now there's just like such a big gap of time for me to just fail. There's so many days to fail. So many hours, so many minutes, so many seconds. And that scares me. So I've had to really absorb the situation, and I know. A lot of you are gonna be like, she didn't even want the surgery.
I'm gonna say it again. She wanted to go to Mexico, girl, DM me. I'll tell you what doctor I used.
My channel has
boom, in, out, 2 months.
Life has been.
Even off of YouTube. And still there are freaking haters out there who think I still don't want the surgery. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. When I tell you I broke down, after that appointment, I had a fucking anxiety attack. Like a full-fledged anxiety attack. I don't know. I get it. Someone with a binge eating disorder can really hurt themselves after surgery. I get it. But I don't have issues binging anymore. And I've never had those types of issues, like eating 3 times the amount you normally would.
No. 3 times the amount? Girl can clean an entire plate of Cheesecake Factory orange chicken. Plus sides. She's lying for the French, y'all. It's all lies.
Never had that. And it just like, I don't know. It just sucks. I just feel kind of defeated. And I think I need to switch things up, switch my brain up a little bit. We are not going to be gaining weight. We're going to keep losing because that is the plan here. So I don't want to explain what I'm going to be doing. You guys will definitely see it in the next video. a lot of people are going to be mad at me. A lot of people are mad at me regardless.
There's people are mad at you. I'm kind of peeved because I feel like
I'm gonna have to embrace.
This was
stay away from
all
comments,
just a ploy to get more viewers again, appease the new French peeps, and look like she's actually trying to do something. Because if you were really determined to get this shit done, you would get it done.
I know.
You just would. Unlike people out here who can't afford it, their insurance won't pay for it. There's no way they can do the out of pocket. They have jobs.
Maybe even 2 months.
Like,
I just feel like
there's so many hurdles for all these other people that don't even exist for you.
So
but then you're gonna make this a joke.
But I am gonna go back to uploading every other day.
How long do you think she'll stick to this every other day upload?
Vloggity vlogs. I feel happy.
I'm just done, y'all. This was kind of a disappointment. I wanted to talk more about weight loss surgery, but this is just...
It's probably gonna be like a few days from now.
I know my experience is different. Every single person has a different experience.
Amberlynn, learn how to
but
before you film. When you guys see my next video,
something about this seems off.
Then that means
okay, every other day you're gonna be getting content from me. So yeah, I'm gonna vlog today. That's when I'm gonna start vlogging, and we're just gonna go on a vloggity vlog journey. And I'm actually surprised I didn't cry in this video because I've been doing nothing but crying. I feel like I'm mourning something. I don't know what I'm mourning, but I feel like I'm mourning something, and it's a horrible feeling. I feel like there's a lot of people who are like, it's just a year, it's fine. It's not fine. Because that gives me so much room to make a mistake. And I'm honest with health professionals. As much as people think that I'm not, I am. I am very honest. And they're going to hear the true nitty-gritty. If I feel that I've binged, or like my version of binging, I'm going to let them know. And that's going to restart the whole 100. The whole 100. What am I talking about? The whole year over. And that's scary because I'm Amberlynn. I make mistakes. I mess up. I'm not perfect. And I don't know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm actually looking into getting a therapist. My dietitian actually gave me some therapists that she recommends, so I'm very happy about that. And I need to talk to someone that's clear as ever. So I'm going to start the whole therapy journey over, and that's fine. It is what it is. I'm still going to be working on myself. Even if I'm choosing to do something different currently, I'm still going to be working on myself to one day get weight loss surgery. And it's just crazy that this is how things went down. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point, so I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be a vlog. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Okay, my final thoughts on that video. I don't know why I just did the finger guns. I think it's great if she is actually going to stick with the dietitian, stick with this new therapist, since she dropped her other therapist and her online therapist and her psychologist and whoever else, because she never sticks with them long enough to make changes in herself, like ever. She just gets a new one when they say one thing she doesn't like. So it would be great if she would do that. It would also be great if she could not binge for a whole year, but binge her version of binging. Sorry, I'm holding the camera with one hand. It's just crazy. The whole thing's crazy to me. I know it's different from what I did, but y'all, I made the decision like January 2nd that I was going to have this procedure, that I was going to get gastric bypass, and I already knew where some people had gone and had it done in Tijuana. I still checked with my primary care physician and checked with my insurance company to see if I would be eligible in the States, but I wasn't, and I can't afford $33,000 plus to have something like this done, and not a lot of people can. Like, there's no way. I'd be in debt for the rest of my life. So, I made the decision. I reached out on their website. I got in contact with a coordinator, filled out an online application, had an interview with the doctor after they reviewed all of my medical history and my medications I'm taking now, etc. So I passed that portion of it, got approved for the surgery, sent in my deposit. They sent me the pre-op diet. I started it, and I started a YouTube channel, and they had already set my date for February 24th. They said I could have done it earlier if I had chosen to, but I wouldn't have had enough time to do, 40 plus days on a pre-op diet, which I'm thankful I did, because it's changed everything about how I eat in such a short amount of time. And I definitely think it's making this post-op part easier, at least right now in the beginning, because I'm already kind of used to not having sugar. I did liquids for 2 weeks prior to this, so doing liquids right now is not hard. Yeah, so if she truly wanted to do this, I wouldn't let the dietitian rejecting me stop me, especially if she doesn't feel like she has a binge eating disorder, although I never know what to believe with Amber. Does she have it? Does she not have it? Did she self-diagnose with it initially? So many things have happened in girl world, in the Amberverse. I can't even keep it all straight. And honestly, I'm not going to try to keep it all straight, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't know. If she really wanted to do this, and she's paying in cash, she's self-pay. She could go to a different one. This is just the one that Tammy used, because he's really lenient with stuff. And I'm sure since she watches 1,000-Pound Sisters, she was like, oh, this is a great idea. There's tons of doctors out there. She could literally go. Some of the people that I had the surgery done with, like the same day, they only did the 2 days prior clear liquid diet. They didn't do a single drop of the pre-op diet. They didn't do the 2 weeks of regular liquids beforehand. Nothing. They decided they wanted to do it. He had an opening. They did the clear liquids diet, and they had the surgery. Now, they didn't have the bypass. They had the sleeve. And the sleeve has like a 40% chance that you're going to have to come in and get a bypass or a revisional surgery. So I went for it, but I also fully committed because Tom said, you're not doing this unless you can do this pre-op diet, because post-op is going to be really hard. And I'm thankful that he did. But anyway, those are my 2 cents. I knew she was going to start this cycle again. I just didn't know when. But I do wish she should get the surgery. So, yo girl, I'm here. If she sees me, if she wants to know where I had my surgery, just DM me, girl. My Instagram's down there in the description box, and I'll let you in on it. I'll drop the details for you, and you can go get the surgery, and we can compare notes. All right. Bye, guys. I'll see y'all either tomorrow or the next day for an update on my post-surgery progress, because this is the most amount of energy I can put into this with the severe cramps I'm having right now and all the bloating. The bloating is not good. And that gas medicine that I had to take, I think I've already said it on here, y'all. It tastes like milk of magnesia that's been run through some sweaty man's ass crack, okay? Or it's been, in an enema in there, and now you're sucking it out. Okay, all right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye.